Alright, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. We won't miss another video, man. And I'm trying to see something real quick. Hold on. Oh, shit, stupid. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Try another day. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. I was trying to go live on Facebook. I figured it out tomorrow. Appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, let's talk about I think it's over with for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. I think we need to move past that, and hopefully we can move past that. And then obviously a lot of people want to talk about the Dillian Whyte situation, and I understand that. So let's talk about it. But yeah, I one of them nasty tasty on my mouth, and I had some gum. But I'm looking at the chat too. But start off. Let's just start talking about Dillian Whyte. Okay, Dillian Whyte. He failed for two banned substances. I'm so disgusted in him and just in the PED things, man. He's a repeat offender. I will go back and watch the tank. Final press conference. I don't know if I'm gonna speak on it. It's probably not work, but he's got powerful melabite, a byproduct of the body breaking down from metabolizing a drug into a different substance. When a drug is leaving the user system, it leaves intermediate and ends products. Deniabol is an anabolic steroid that is taken orally, often in tablet form. It was developed in 1955 to treat hypodasium, but it is no longer used medically and is no longer legally available in many countries, including the United States. It can still be purchased in the United Kingdom and is often used as a performance-enhancing drug, particularly by bodybuilders. Amongst its many side effects, it can cause severe liver damage. So they say whatever, I can't pronounce that two long ass words. Whatever found in White's A sample was very small. It could have been ingested as part of a supplement rather than a direct ingestion of the Dianabol tablets. But the WADA standard for whatever the hell them two words is again, that shit long as hell. Basically, they're saying it was a little bit of some stuff that he might have taken in a GNC supplement or a supplement, but you got pop. Learn the rules. You're a repeat offender, and it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? And even if he got pop for multiple banned substances, Francisco Moreno, salute. Courtney Richardson, salute. SJ Fish 101, salute. He's a repeat offender, and then they let the fight go on, risking Oscar Rivas' life. Why wasn't Oscar Rivas and his team notified of this failed drug test? Why when he wasn't given an option to walk away? And now I hope he bankrupts Matchroom. I really do. I hope he bankrupts Matchroom. I hope he sues the British boxing, whatever the hell they is. And I really do. I hope he get his comeuppance. And I hope he don't even have to fight again financially after this. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was to sit there, Dreamcatcher salute, if you was to sit there and say, who was on roids? And we was talking about their body physique in one of the streams. And everybody was basically saying that Oscar Rivas looked like he took the camp serious. He came in great shape. And Dillian Whyte, he didn't look fat and like sloppy like he do. He looked solid, but Still a little loose in the midsection, right? But if you had to pick between the two who was on steroids, right, at the weigh-in, all of us, 99 point, or just if you didn't know the guys, they didn't have a history. 90% of us, I'll just give a broad number. 90% of us would have picked Dillian Whyte as being on. I mean, picked Oscar Rivas is probably cheating. Look at his body physique, you know. So why do we need to let that fight go? Why we need to let that fight? It's over with, and I'll get to that in a minute. I wonder for how long he is going to be banned. Well, he's facing an 8-year ban. He's a repeat offender. I think he got suspended for 1 year before he took something from GNC, and you know, it is what it is. So it's unfortunate, man. It really is. In my opinion, let me fix my camera. I'm a little bit off. A little bit off. Yeah, it's just unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I blame Dillian Whyte. You know, salute King Pride. He's facing an 8-year ban. He can move to the fucking United States and still fight if he wanted to, as long as he know the right people and get the sliding together. My bad. I didn't even try to set. I set up before I came down. Tried to take a nap, wasn't allowed to. But I'm not happy that Dillian Whyte failed his drug test. I'm not jubilee. If anything, I'm disappointed. To be honest, I'm disappointed. I want to see Wilder knock him off. I'm disappointed. So I'm not one of these people that sit here and I want to see a brother do bad. Not some people that I want to say F you and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never seen anybody that got the same skin color or come from some demographic background like me. Maybe they be from the UK, from Jamaica. We all got millionaires. I don't want to see his downfall like that. I'd rather much see Deontay Wilder put the hammer to his jaw and put him to sleep. I wanted him to get straight. Exactly. You know what? Real talk, I'd rather Dillian Whyte, a guy that's from Jamaican descent, beat Deontay Wilder than a white guy like Tyson Fury. I'm not gonna lie, I'm speaking from a fandom standpoint. I'd rather see it happen that way. I'd rather brother beat a brother. And that's just my opinion. King Draw. Salute King Pride. Salute. Appreciate that. That's the way I'd rather see it go down. That's just my personal beliefs. My personal beliefs. I'd rather see it go down that way, man. But I mean, Eddie Hearn ain't looking good right now. You know what I'm saying? He ain't looking good. He pointed. He was the first guy to actually in the media point out that Pacquiao probably on some shit. He said, "Why not take Vada?" You know what I'm saying? I was with it on that. You know what? He gave a few Black Fighters Network deals when other networks weren't doing so. ESPN got one Black fighter I know with a network deal. That's Terrence Crawford. Showtime, Showtime, Fox, FS1. They have no Black fighters that have a network deal. Not Wilder, not Errol, not Heath. And for whatever, was respected, the last guy that I can remember have a deal with Showtime was a multi-fight deal was Floyd Mayweather. To their credit, CBS, same thing, right? The Zone has Tevin Farmer that has a network deal. Danny Jacobs has a network deal. Demetrius Andrade has a network deal. They have 3 fighters that have a network deal. And the 3 fighters are through Eddie Hearn. So you can say you can always play devil's advocate and say, well, he's trying to use Black fighters to get where you need to get at. So be it. But he did get Black fighters a network deal. He did put $4 million of whatever he get in the fight. He gave Andrade $4 million a fight when nobody else was probably going to invest that money before he became a title holder again. So we can't erase what he done. If you believe his stance or you believe he's a slave trader, so be it. He's only one of 2 promoters that's giving Black fighters a network deal. You can say, yeah, he's a hypocrite, most definitely, but he didn't put the shit in Dillian Whyte ass, I don't think. He didn't. But this is his second fighter that get popped in the last calendar year. This is his second fighter. Dillian, first it was Miller. He disowned Miller. He separated himself from Miller. Now Dillian is from the same area, geography, the geography you are. Lathers, what's going on? Will, what's going on? So he's from the same background you from. You sit here and say, "Oh, the United States, are on PEDs and shit." You can never generalize people. You can't. Billy M. You can't generalize people in the United States. The United States got tougher drug testing, but what the real story is here, okay? And I would like to hear Fred from Barbershop Conversation speak on this. Mark Columbus, Mark Salute. Hopefully I'm saying that right. What I want to hear Fred speak on, right? What about Vada? And it's because I listen to Fred. I know what Tom think. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up, you know. But I want to hear Fred. Fred, I already know how he think. Me and Tom be on the same. We don't always agree, but we be on the same. I understand. I know. I've been watching his channel for a long time, so I know how he think. And one thing I want to know from Fred is, what about Vada? You know what? Let's challenge Vada, because he supports Errol Spence, especially versus Kenny and Shine, which I'm with him. But what about Vada? Because Vada didn't catch him. You know what I'm saying? Vada didn't catch him. It was the UCAD. So what is Vada testing doing not to catch him? Because Vada didn't catch him. It was the UCAD. The UCAD caught him. So why didn't Vada catch him? Trick, what's going on? Why didn't Vada catch him? That's the $1 million question nobody asks him. Why didn't Vada catch him? That's what we not asking. Why didn't Vada get the bag? Why didn't Vada catch him? What time did the Vada testing come in? And they say, well, it was a small amount. It was a small trace. We don't need to catch it. Or was it another situation where Vada hired a third party to do the testing? Which a lot of people don't know. Vada don't always do the testing. Vada doesn't always do the testing. They don't. Sometimes they hire, kind of like if you work at a job and they say, okay, you need to go to John Hopkins Hospital to get your drug test. That's hiring a third party to actually do the drug test. So VADA is not saying, okay, we are administering the drug test. They say, oh, congratulations, fighter A, fighter B for enrolling in VADA. Fighter A, fighter B completed 12 weeks of VADA post-fight. They completed the VADA drug testing program. But if you ask VADA on Twitter and Boxing ADE, he got a video about it. Yeah, maybe this year, into last year he did. And they asked VADA, around the time Miller got popped, I think it was. They asked VADA, did you administer the test? And they said, no, we didn't administer the test. So VADA is not administering the test. So was it a simple fact that Eddie Hearn or somebody dealing in Whyte camp, they came to test, they say, blah, say, blah, or you got popped for this. Eddie Hearn played VADA off thinking he was cool with UCAD. But obviously, maybe Eddie Hearn didn't have the money, and then they unveiled it because UCAD notified everybody but GYM Promotions and Yvonne Michaels and Oscar Rivas. That's the first person you should be notifying. Fuck Dillian, right? You notified me. I'm putting my life on the wrong line. And Oscar Rivas could have said, you know what? I can get the bag because I can still sue Matchroom and Dillian Whyte for getting me over him cheating. Or they can pay me enough money to go in here and then we can just figure it out. I'll still fight them, but pay me enough money. Pay me half of your whole person, I'll still fight. But at the same time, the $1 million question is, Dillian Whyte had a history. Jarrell Miller had a history. Ortiz had a history. Tariq Ortiz got popped by Latif Coyote. A lot of people don't know that. I watched that fight on FS1. He got caught. The real question is, why didn't Vada catch it? Did Vada even administer the drug test? Now, Vada's getting a pass. Did Vada say, oh, this small trace, it doesn't count? Or we gonna call Eddie and say, just send us the bag. I'm telling you, you think Vada don't take money under the table? You think if they hire a third party guy, you think they'll take money under the table? You get the vial. Let's say you probably, for a camp, you fly and do administer these drug tests. You get the specimen. Let's say they play your flame, your T. Let's say basically for a 14-month period, which is what, 3 months and what, 2 weeks. Let's say you get, I don't know, what's your average job? Let's say you bring in 3 racks a month, just on some average shit. Three times what? 3 months. That's 9,000 plus a half. So you bring in 95. I say they pay you 15,000. Let's say they kind of double that up. You make 15,000 in that period. You think Eddie Hearn or one of the fighters, they ain't got 30,000 to say here? 30 for you, 30 for me. That's nothing to them. You show up, you feel, oh look, my cousin gonna piss for me in there, or I'm dirty, but he go 30, he gonna hunt it for your trouble. And it's nothing to them. Who say that don't happen? If boxing is corrupt enough, they have judges that score a card one way for the house fighter. You think drug testing ain't corrupt too? You think somebody can't say he go 100,000? You think, unless you run across somebody with strong integrity, but who got strong integrity, these days? That's the question. Obviously it's people that's getting popped. There's people out there that got some type of integrity that don't want to get sued, but he's like, Oscar Rivas needs to sue Matchroom Boxing Ricky in the super chat, and I believe that will happen. He gonna sue Dillian. He gonna get Dillian Whyte purse. He gonna sue Matchroom. He can sue the British Boards of Boxing, the BBB, whatever it's called. He can sue all three parties. You know what I'm saying? He can sue UCAF for not telling them. He can bankrupt UCAF. He can bankrupt them. No thing about it. He gonna be able to retire off this. You know. He don't have to throw another punch if he don't want to. And he already had a serious eye injury, and that's why you never heard about Oscar Rivas. He couldn't get fights in the United States because he had a serious eye injury. So I mean, it's already going in. Yvonne Michaels, he gonna get paid. He gonna put a couple stack bundles under his bed. He gonna be propped up on money. That GNYM promotion is gonna be propped up on money. But it's sad though. It's sad when you want some hating ass shit. How good shit don't happen to haters. Real talk. How good shit don't happen to haters. Because Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman said, Eddie Hearn, hey, let's make AJ a champion. I sent Charles Martin over there. You pay him $7 million. Let's make him a champion. Kell Brook, he came to America, got a fair shake. Let's make him a champion. Jamie McDowell kept his championship belt. He fought Kamada twice. I know one time it was over in Corpus Christi, Texas, on the Omar Figueroa card. Al Heyman showed a lot of good faith to Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? Al Heyman was like, shit, we can make a lot of money. That IFL TV vision could have been Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman working together. It could have been Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman working together. But Eddie Hearn, wanted to use his power. He wanted to use his power. He turned on Al Heyman, and guess what? Somebody operating in good faith. He tried to take advantage of him, turned on him for Anthony Joshua. Guess what happened? Anthony Joshua lost. Jarrell Miller got popped. Dillian Whyte got popped. Canelo won't fight your fighter. He beat your fighter. Then he won't fight, and Danny Jacobs won't fight Demetrius Andrade. Ain't shit coming to nobody that pull that weak shit. It don't nothing but bad. They're not saying that Al Heyman is God or godly or he perfection like Jesus. I mean, he not. He make mistakes too, but he tried to help Eddie. And Eddie Hearn didn't want the help. Carbon Copper, salute. And Super Chat, appreciate it. He didn't want the help. So guess what? When you don't do right by people, bad shit happen. About Al Heyman, Rick Glosser, whatever, he can make up shit about Al. Stevie Kim and Doug Fisher can point out shit that ain't even valid. They can give Pacquiao a pass or whatever. Guess what? Al Heyman, you making shit up. You can't prove it. Eddie Hearn, the proof's in the pudding on the dinner table. We can all see it, touch it, eat it, put a fork and spoon in it, put it in our mouth, taste the texture. Eddie Hearn, the downfall of Eddie Hearn, it didn't have nothing to do with me, Fred, Town, World Breaker, Cody Wall, what's up? Kofi Universe, Grow Flow, Rashad Pittman, salute. It didn't have to, our hate didn't bring, it wasn't no hate. I mean, it could be disdain. You can call it hate. You want to call it hate. Our hate or disdain for Eddie Hearn didn't bring Eddie Hearn down. Our negative energy didn't bring Eddie Hearn down. Eddie Hearn brought Eddie Hearn down by turning his back and trying to act like he was a boss. Eddie Hearn did this. And when you bring that negative energy, when you bring that black energy into the universe, it can cast a spell, it can take over other people's limbs. But guess what? Eventually, it's gonna come back and get you. And with Eddie Hearn, he reaping what he sowed. He reaping what he sowed. They hoping and they praying on Al Heyman falling. If Al Heyman fall off in boxing, it may be the best thing for Al Heyman. Al Heyman probably taking a loss doing this boxing shit, to be real. Al Heyman could do other ventures and still be good. Boxing losing Al Heyman, that's probably better for Al Heyman than it is for boxing. He changed the game. It's kind of like when Master P finally put money in rap. Master P put money in rap. Well, no money in rap before Master P for real. P did that. Tupac, Biggie shit was fucked up. Jay was trying to do what Master P was doing, but P had already done it. Like Snoop Dogg. Ask Snoop Dogg. His fighters don't have network deals, but they all taken care of. They all trust in the process. So it depends on what you want. But for Eddie Hearn, Lee Blossom, what's going on? Eddie Hearn, he reaped what he sowed. He reaped what he sowed, and it's unfortunate because he could have had a good thing going with the zone. He could have been, like I said before, the zone picked the wrong guy to be the face. And he picked the wrong two guys. Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn have become two of the most hated people in the boxing world. For real, they have. And, don't let them tell you that your black dollar don't matter if you black, because it do. It do. Because the zone, they can't thrive without the black dollar. They can use the Hispanic dollar all they want to. Without the black dollar, without Errol, without Adrian, without Keith Thurman fan base, they can't thrive they can't thrive. Keith Thurman couldn't make, Manny Pacquiao couldn't make $40 this year without Al Heyman, without Adrian Broner, without Keith Thurman. He couldn't make $40 again, $40 million guaranteed. Top Rank wouldn't even give him $20 million to fight Terrence Crawford. People forget that. They wouldn't give him 25 Crawford. He made 40. He made 25 in Broner. He couldn't. Manny Pacquiao couldn't make that money without the brothers. Who he was gonna fight? Mikey wouldn't have guaranteed you 40 million on pay-per-view before or after Errol, or 20. Who else down there? Nobody else down there he'll make that money with but Floyd Black. Pacquiao couldn't have got out of debt, or can't get out of debt, or still trying to get out of debt without the black fighters. And without Al Heyman. Without Al Heyman, Manny Pacquiao still be swimming in debt. Dillian Whyte can afford the top of the line Dynaball, but can't get in shape. Get a shape up, decent shape, get a shape up. I'm asleep. To Mark say Whyte might have got caught, but isn't that the recent heavyweight fighters Ortiz, Povetkin, Stavern, Miller get a title fight? So Whyte might get a shot. Whyte about to face a ban. He's facing an 8-year ban. He's facing at least 2-year ban. He already been banned once. He a repeat offender. He facing a ban. Don't matter. He facing a ban in his own country unless he relocates and becomes a citizen of the United States, or was it an alien or temporary, citizen. So not really. It's different. America is not a federation. It's no, in the UK they have whatever it is, a federation that deems it. So he faced an 8-year suspension. But in all seriousness, he took Pez and the British Board of Boxing and let him fight. I'm suing, man. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, he's suing. It ain't even that. You suing the British Board. You suing Matchroom. You taking Dillian White purse. You suing everybody involved. Shit, you probably could sue the WBC too, because they had to be notified it's a title fight. If they knowingly let that go, and none of them parties told him, he could sue all the parties if he want to. Yeah, White might as well throw the boxing gloves away or prepare to move out of the country. Oh yeah, Reeves about to get paid. Reeves gonna. I won't settle for shit less. If I had a number in mind and I say I want 20 million, just me. This ain't even what Yvonne getting. He ain't getting shit out of my split. I want 20 million after my taxes and after my lawyer fees. If that's his number, that's his number. And anything less, we'll fight it out. We'll fight it out in court. Anything less than 20, if that's his number, I don't know his number. His number might be 50, 100. Anything less than, let's say, 20, I don't want it. I want 20 after the taxes. I want my lawyer's fees paid for. I want you to pay. Make sure I get 20 after taxes. When I take my money back across to North America, back to Canada, I want 20 million. You could pay my Canadian taxes. You could pay my to exchange the money exchange taxes, and you could pay whatever you European guys gonna take out of my shit. I don't know what Yvonne Michael want, but I want my 20 million and like 20 million in whatever Canadian money is. I want it transferred. I want taxes, lawyer fee. I want 20 million by the time I get to the crib. The WC said they didn't know nothing. I find that hard to believe, but then they didn't follow protocol. That fight shouldn't have went on, or he should have had the option to pick. But Eddie Hearn, they preyed on his downfall. Eddie Hearn responsible for his own downfall, and it's unfortunate though. But before I move on from the topic, they should have made the zone a common ground, a proven ground. Okay, Errol Spence, you gave Canelo $330 million in 10 fights. Imagine you take, and what he gonna make this year? About 60 million. He make about 60 million this year. You could take 20 million of that. You could take his purse, $30 million. You could take that $30 million and get 15 to Crawford and 15 to Errol Spence, and they would have made that fight on his own easily. And that's half it. That's half of his purse. I think he got 35 million for the Danny Jacobs fight to be exact. And the other 2.5 can go to their respective teams, they promoters and managers for them going over there. You could have took another $35 million purse and put Crawford and Spence on his own. Pay both 15 apiece, each team 2.5 million apiece, so they shut up and had that fight on his own. And you could have did that. You could just had that fight fucking undercard. The fight come on at 10 o'clock. and you would have got more subscribers than what you got now. The rest of that other 30, 40, 35, 40, not even including what they paid Danny Jacobs to fight. They paid him another, 12 to 15 million. You could take that 12, 15 million and fill out a dope undercard. You could say, get some fighters, fill out the undercard. That's what they should have done. They should have been bidding on purse bids. They should have been working with Al Heyman, with Bob Arum, and together to make that shit happen. They should have been making shit happen. Like, okay, we understand that y'all have network. Fight on the network. I'm paying you. You getting paid. Bam. Then slowly they could have been signing their own talent. They could have got Dana White hired somebody to run his boxing, Zephyr Boxing. And I'm interested to see who that guy is. They're making it a secret right now. But they did it to themselves. The zone should have came. All that money was mismanaged, misused, all of that shit. You could have gave Al Heyman a stake in his own. Instead of Al still using Showtime, you could have said, you know what? Fuck Showtime. We can hold the zone off. If the Showtime deal is up in 2019, 2021, you can still work with Showtime. When you're ready, we had launched the zone. We had prepped the zone. We had launched the zone in America with Al Heyman. Floyd Mayweather, we give him stock in the company. Al Heyman, we give him stock in the company. And we roll that way. That's what I would have did personally. I would have let Al run it. But that's their problem. Where do you see the next big fight between who? Fury and Wilder? Or, and right now I don't know what Andy Ruiz is going to do, but I just say Fury and Wilder to be safe. Showtime is stingy with their money. They're spending when they need to. And CBS will. CBS was supposed to put Wilder versus Brazil on, or Showtime's supposed to put that on CBS at least. Well, it is what it is, but it's unfortunate, man. I don't, what kind of hat that is. That's what I'm always trying to figure out, bro. I'm looking at the tag right now. It says it's a dark hologram snap. I had this shit for long. It said Hawks on it, I think. This fucking tag. So I had this hat for a little while. I bought it from Mr. Allen's. I liked it. It's a hockey hat. I can't tell you that. I don't know who fucking hat this shit is, to be real. This shit just looks sweet. I said, I'm going to come back and get it. I came back and got it. I had a New Orleans hat. I may have bought it with it or not. But, yeah, I don't know what the fucking this shit. This shit costs. It's a hockey hat, though. That bitch cold. Got this a few years ago. They need to just hurry up and make a reason why they can't. Eddie Hearn got a. Eddie Hearn has a. He has a deal. He has a rematch clause. So legally, it is what it is. What about Broner? Any more titles for him? He said he's not fighting at above 147 no more. He'll get a title. I believe he'll get a title because if Adrian Broner moved back down, he moved back down to 40. Progress, Taylor, Ramirez, Hooker, they all big and gonna move up to 147. So Broner gonna get a vacant title. Well, Broner will get it. Now will he win a title? I don't know. They probably can sacrifice him to Barrios or some shit like that. But it is what it is. He said we had 2 fighters die in less than 2 weeks. They need to make an example out of rematch room. You ain't lying. This is worse than the Jarrell Miller PED thing. Not because of the amount of pay at the time, and you had the dude in Argentina just died, and then you had he says the Chicago Blackhawks had. See, I'm Brad Bart. That's why we got you here, bro. That's why it make perfect sense now. I just like that shit. As long as it ain't Chicago Bearhat, that's the only team in Chicago I don't like. But you got 2 people just die, and then you don't notify a guy. It's really worse for Eddie Hearn and the UCAD and the British Board of Boxing. It's really worse for them. It's really fucking worse for them motherfuckers. I'm telling you that right now. It's by far worse for them. You're not putting fighter safety where it need to be at, and that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, man. But I'm happy nobody didn't get hurt. Let's say that first. Happy Oscar Rivas. Hopefully, he got his faculties. Hopefully, he gets the locker room like on some Rocky 4 shit. But it is what it is. This nigga Miles laid down right here. This nigga knocked out. Like he ran all day. Y'all should see this nigga, man. This nigga not even moving. Mouse. Yep, nah. If I'm Al Heyman, I'm using this narrative to my advantage. After this, he can keep his fighters in the U.S. and can't nobody question him. The strategy, yeah. And he sent fighters over there. Errol Spence. He sent Errol Spence over there. He sent Wilder's been over there. Who else has been the fuck over there? Somebody just went over there. Wilder, Errol Spence, and I'm trying to think somebody else went over there too. Charles Martin, he went over there. And they over there, they not playing fair. After that Billy Joe Saunders shit, I kind of opened my eyes to that shit, man. They not playing fair over there. They not. They not playing fair. Yeah, Tank went over there for the Leon Welsh fight. Yep, he went over there. There's a lot of fighters that went over there. I remember Timothy Bradley. He was with Gary Shaw, but he got his first title from over there versus Junior Witter. Gary Shaw sent 2 fighters over there. Timothy Bradley got his title, and I think Anthony Durrell's with Gary Shaw. He got a title. He lost the title over there. He should have won. But you know what? Would make it look even worse? Look at Carl Froch different. Pascal went over. Another Canadian fighter went over there and fought Froch. If you ain't never seen that fight, it's a really good fight. Froch. You're looking at Froch different. You're looking at Eubanks Senior different. You're looking at Nigel Benn different. Steve Collins. You're looking at a lot of those guys differently. A lot of them you're looking at differently. He said, I just watched Eddie Hearn interview on IFL TV. He really tried to justify letting the fight go on, talking about a panel cleared him to fight, so why notify the opponent and why call it the fight off? He looking stupid. You might as well just, like I said, the cry come before the downfall. He looking stupid. The real guy robbed versus Friday. Yeah, we all said that shit. We was talking about that shit in the gym one day. African King salute. Brazil went over there too. Eric Molina went over there, but they caught him. They went like a year or 2 back and said he popped high. That shit was crazy. They went like a year back. You can't fucking suck. I'm sorry. Eddie Hearn, Eddie Hearn, he trying to save his ass, but he just looking stupid. Somebody just died. Just own up to it, but or just don't do the interview until shit settled out. Sometimes you need to shut the fuck up. Mucho Munan, what do you think about Bud's next opponent? He said he ain't got no opponent. He talked to Scotty from World Combat. Over at World Combat, he said he ain't heard nothing, but he posed a fight in Omaha. But I think And I'll get to Bud in a minute. This dude played with Reva's life. Make him get in that with juiced up boxer. Yup. But you know what? List is, your superiorities. Your superiors, excuse me. You go down that list. The UCAD is responsible first because they found the test, didn't tell Revis. They're responsible if they didn't really tell WBC. If the WBC didn't know, then WBC can have a case versus them. Eddie Hearn, Dillian Whyte, Dillian Whyte Management, which is probably Matchroom too. All of them are responsible in that order. If the WBC knew, then it's the UCAD, WBC, Eddie Hearn, Dillian Whyte, and then even Dillian Whyte brother is responsible if that's his management, part of his management. But Eddie Hearn usually manages and promotes his fighters. That's illegal in the United States. That's something he get away with over there because it's not a law. I thought Pascal should have got a draw. That was a real close fight versus Froch. Close fight. He another motherfucker who don't throw straight punches. Or didn't. Here's what I'm trying to understand. When he failed the drug test, why did the British Boxing Board allow it to go on? Ain't nobody answered me yet. Reva's moonwalking to the court. I'm trying to understand because they didn't even let Billy Joe Saunders fight. Coffee's Universe in the Super Chat. Appreciate it. They didn't even let Billy Joe Saunders fight. Remember in Massachusetts. So I just let you know that it's a lot of fishy things going over in the UK. He said Dillian Whyte gonna make a statement tomorrow and clear up a lot of rumors and facts will come out. What fact? You failed a drug test. You failed a drug test. No matter what the fact is. If you drunk a fucking a monster drink and a hawk blood spilled in a monster drink, nobody, it doesn't matter. Ain't nothing factual about somebody. Two fighters just died. We just watched Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman look a little bit souped up. It's nothing that you can rectify that with. Was what facts that come out today, not tomorrow? Whyte had a hearing right before the fight. Then the panel from the UKD, according to Eddie, yeah, that's true. I heard that's true. But why wasn't Oscar Rivas included? How's that? What's the fact gonna clear that up? Why was Oscar Rivas included? I'm suing everybody. Yep. His promoter gonna get paid too. He ain't getting paid. If I'm Rivas, he ain't getting paid out of my pocket. Adrian Broner fighting that guy that Alexander lost to. I think it's gonna be at 140. There was Diamond in his system. What record is Dillian Whyte trying to set straight? I need answers. And I'm trying to say. Even if it was a little bit. Even when John Jones got, one of his fights, when he came back, he had strands in his drugs, and I mean in his whatever blood or urine, and they alerted everybody and said, well, this came from a long test ago. We talked with the other fighter. If we knew about it, the other fighter he was fighting knew about it, and they cleared it up. So, and what don't help Dillian Whyte is he's a prior offender. Oh, he on Twitter? Dr. Big on Twitter. You see Bo Mag new shit. He said Bud fighting October versus Ingus. Yeah, that's what Bob said. Man, it's over with for him. It's over with. Unless his career depends on right now. His career depends on Errol Spence, man. But I'll get to that. He just making money. Low risk, high reward fights because he's getting paid. But we can talk about Crawford, man. I think that's what everybody here for. Let me see how long we've been on. I kind of want to cook on Dillian Whyte for a minute, and I did. So I gave him almost 40 minutes at a time, but he said anybody not named Earl Porter Garcia is getting fucked up for real. All three of them getting their ass beat by Bud, in my opinion. Except maybe Earl got a chance, but I want to see what Porter and Earl look like. Porter is tough for anybody. Let me say that. So I'm not gonna say that. Garcia getting beat the fuck up. Garcia getting beat to a pulp by Bud. If anybody gonna get beaten an inch of their life by Bud, it's him. He could thank his daddy for that shit. Why no one talking about Yugas getting robbed by Porter? Because nobody really care. Lennox off time, nobody care about that shit. That shit old. Really, we be hearing talking about Ugas and fucking Errol Spence. That wasn't even. They couldn't even dress that bitch up as a pay per view. I just don't. I don't think nobody really cared for Ugas, especially after this weekend. He's a good fighter, just can't punch, can't break an egg. Spence looked like he kills himself to make 47. Good, good. I think if people wanted to get on Kenny, if he would have lost that fight to Ugas, I think a lot of people would have been. You seen my message on Instagram? Nope. Let me check. I'm probably not even logged in on Instagram, bro. I bet I'm not. Nope, not logged in on that page. I'm logged in on my personal that I barely use. That's why I didn't get it. Hold on. Ooh, we got other messages. I got a lot of messages on my. I got like 4 of them. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen he got died. Yeah, I ain't been on Instagram in a minute. I wasn't logged in. I don't care what nobody say. The fight should have been canceled. Somebody should have been notified. Reeves, 2 people died. And a guy died the day before. Well, he didn't die. He got injured the day before. He ended up dying somewhere after that. Danny will be quit against Crawford. Danny get the shit beat out of him. Crawford might piece up Angel Garcia too. Oh, he'll be the GOAT. He did that. I think a lot of people respect him for that. I'm surprised. They said they beat Teofimo Lopez daddy ass in the gym. Somebody should have beat Angel Garcia ass by now on the game. But hold on for a minute, man. Let me give me some. I gotta get some water. Chewing this fucking gum. Give me a minute, y'all. Come here. Entertain the people. I'll be right back. I entertain the people, bro. I get the water, man. Oh shit. But yeah, let's talk about this Crawford shit. Make sure the chat done. You ain't lying. Crawford style low key bad for Danny. Whyte did all that. Then well, let's go Wilder. Let's go Wilder. Oh, Wilder. Hey, Wilder. Karate body. But the reason I say it's time to move on from Earl and Bud is because it's time to move on because it's over with. Real shit, PBC is no longer recognizing the WBO belt. If they're no longer recognizing the WBO belt, do you really think Terrence Crawford is about to drop his belt, go get ranked in the WBC, which don't have a fair ranking system? The IBF, he can get a shot at the IBF real quick, or going the WBA route. I just don't see it happening. I don't see him dropping his WBO belt. And with PBC not recognizing the WBO belt, I just think it gives the perfect excuse for Earl to get out of there. Now, Earl, I don't know if he got the memo or not. During the press conference, he said he wanted to fight Crawford and be undisputed. But what is undisputed to PBC now? It's kind of like a conversation that we had the other day. What is undisputed? Seriously, what's undisputed for PBC now? Is it just the IBF, the WBA, the WBC? Real talk, is that what undisputed is? Because if you're not recognizing a belt, then why am I fighting that guy? Well, I mean, you already don't want to fight him. You already don't want to fight top ranked fighters, right? Because Bob Arum tried to sue Al Heyman, and he ain't a fair guy, and this and that. This just even if it was designed for them not to recognize the WBO belt, not because all the champions are not affiliated. None of the champions that hold the WBO belt from 118 on up is affiliated with Premier Boxing Champions in any type of way. That established. They all with Frank Warren, Top Rank, BT Sports, or Oscar De La Hoya or the Zone Eddie Hearn affiliate, right? So you don't recognize that belt. Then why is Errol fighting for that belt? Right there is your excuse. Say, you know what? We're not fighting for the belt. So if the true meaning of them not fighting for that belt is not to make Errol and Tim, I'm cool with it. Just let me know what direction we driving the boat in. Okay, if it's direction we trying to make a statement. What's up, cool man? Sammy, we trying to make a statement about the WBO and the injustice, and none of our fighters gonna be ranked there no more. And I would believe it when they update the ranking systems. If there's no premier boxing champion fighters ranked in the WBO no more, then it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, Lippi has put the belt around his waist, the Intercontinental belt. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say Intercontinental WBO champion. Cool. I don't think it did, but at the same time, why you got Lippi ranked in the WBO? He wasn't. Why is Danny Garcia ranked in the WBO? So once those guys start falling out the ranking system, I believe it. I believe it. Now it's up to Earl to if you want to fight him, you want to fight him. But right now, it just seems like everything is aligning for the fight not to happen. And I'm cool with it. If it don't happen, it won't be the first. It won't be the last time where a fight that Dr. Blick salute that I want to see happen don't happen. I'm cool with it. We can end a debate because right now you can't say it's Crawford fighting. People will try to spin it like, oh, it's Crawford fought. He shouldn't have re-signed to Bob Arum. I explained that yesterday in the live stream. So what's already been explained, I'm not explaining it again. But cool, you know. And truth be told, a lot of Errol Spence people didn't want to see that fight happen. And I'm not talking fans, Flamo 24 Salute. I'm not talking fans. A lot of people behind the scenes don't want that. They don't like that fight for Errol. Y'all can believe me. Y'all cannot believe me. I can name names and tell you who said what and what was said, but you ain't gonna believe what I'm saying. Oh, you lying. You making this up. You know what I'm saying? The fight, like I said before, the fight, everything is aligning for the fight not to happen. And so the fucking be it. All of a sudden, they don't recognize the WBO belt. They don't want that belt no more. They don't want the belt no more. What belt was Danny Garcia missing under Undisputed? I think it was the WBO belt he was missing. Just about this. John Ruiz was the first heavyweight champion by beating Holyfield. The first WBO heavyweight champion? He wasn't. Wasn't Ruiz first heavyweight champ by beating Holyfield? First WBO heavyweight champ? No. I know Michael Moore had it way before him. That's what you was trying to say. He said, chill, bro. Flashy Benz. Earl put his word on saying he didn't see himself leaving for. He put his word on it, though. But did he get the memo? Did he get the CC? Did he get the CC? Because obviously, I would like to know what Deontay Wilder got to say about them not recognizing the WBO. Did they get the memo? Was he part of the WBC? Was he part of the PBC chain text message that we know? If you're not recognizing the belt, then why are we fighting for a belt? That's why. I'm trying to understand. If we're not recognizing the belt, that means we're not fighting for it. It's not getting announced on our airwaves. We not acknowledging. Now, can the relationship be healed? Yes, it can be fixed. The WO hit them up and say, yeah, we have been biased. You know what? We're gonna mandate one of your fighters to fight Jaime Munguia at 154. You know what? We'll mandate a couple more fights and try to get your guys some title shots. You know what I'm saying? They can do it that way. But did he get the memo? Did he get the memo? Because the memo was clear Saturday night. They announced Andy Ruiz the IBF Super WBA champion. They announced Deontay Wilder's WBC champion. And they didn't announce Crawford as a WBO champion on their screen. And now you have a question why. Now, Errol Word can be his word. Maybe he might be like, you know what? Crawford should go get ranked and become my mandatory. Maybe he said that and that didn't happen. I can't make the weight no more. You know? Maybe that's the case. Oh, the first Mexican champ. Nah. Was John Ruiz even fucking Mexican? If not, he wouldn't recognize as Mexican. Let me see. John Ruiz is from fucking Massachusetts. His nationality is American. So they say he's American. So he's not recognized as he's not being recognized as Hispanic or Mexican to be exact. So nope, his nationality on Wikipedia is American. And when I put it in, John Ruiz boxer, the first thing that came up or second thing that came up was nationality. He said, what's up, wrench me? Gotta earn a wrench. So I get on Dr. Blick like he was a big Dillian Whyte fan. Did I miss something? Bob Aramson just put his ego aside and accept PBC. What does PBC offer? There's no offer from PBC. They didn't offer nothing on the fight. It was no offer. Bob Arum made the offers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It was no offer on Errol Spence's side. It's no offer. They haven't said, oh, this is what we offering or this is the contract for Crawford to come over here. There's no offer. There's a strong unwillingness to have Crawford fight over there. They said he was the first Latin American heavyweight champion. I remember from Roy Jones. All I'm saying, they said he was American. He ain't Mexican American. I'm just saying that's what they say he is. It ain't just PBC messing up boxing. It's a boxing in general. Karate body. I really know. I was just messing with him. He said he's messing with you, but yeah, like I said before, it's a they not recognized. I just need to know. We need to get on the same page. We need to get on the same page, in my opinion. And was that a real belt he won? That's the question. Probably. I thought Earl said 64. He said it, but that's not an offer. Just because a fighter say, "Oh, this is what I want," it don't mean that's what they might call and say. I mean, he say 60-40. Is that from ESPN? An offer is when you have a contract drawn up, when you have like, okay, this is what we can offer. PBC is not trying to fight, but none of they fighters. I'm trying to tell you that's the word. That's the word that you heard Mayweather said it before Errol Spence went on that talk show and incriminated himself. Mayweather said we not doing that fight right now with Terrence Crawford. He said that. He said Earl the only person at PBC Showtime to even know Bub is alive, bro, because they don't say his name or show him. But at the same time, yeah, that's true. But you already know what you already know he probably hear the backlash. Oh, Errol Spence didn't mention Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence didn't say this about Crawford. They didn't mention Terrence Crawford, so he already ahead of the loop. Once again, he doesn't run his career. Yeah, Fox do. I mean, ESPN do run Fox. I do know that Walt Disney owns Fox. Your Fox News channel, like when you get your news or your local Fox channel, I should say, Walt Disney owns that. They own Fox. They own ABC. They just don't own Fox Sports. They had to sell that off. It was a monopoly. So when you say fuck ESPN, you saying fuck Fox too. It's not even ego involved. It's not ego involved. And this coming, I would say this about Mayweather and Pacquiao was a lot of ego. This don't even have no ego involved. This is pure. We not fucking with him because he a killer or we think he can whoop everybody. I'm telling you, what? This is pure fear in my opinion. I'm not saying Errol Spence fear him in particular, but it's pure. We don't want him fighting him. That's what it boiled down to. This is fear. Like we don't want none of our welterweights fighting him. And I didn't really notice it at first, but it is what it is. Because ESPN had Errol Spence on, they acknowledge Errol Spence. They talk about him on First Take. They have him up there. They had him up there on First Take. They acknowledge him as a champion. So at the end of the day, Bob Arum acknowledged him when Crawford was screaming, "I want to fight Keith Thurman" when he had 2 titles. He dug out on the fight. Bob Arum was screaming, "Errol Spence, Errol Spence, Errol Spence, Errol Spence, Errol Spence, Errol Spence, Errol Spence." He was acknowledging Errol Spence. That's what a lot of people got to remember. But like I said before, it's deeper than deep. They don't believe that. They don't believe that nobody over there can whoop them. They don't send a Yugis. They didn't send a Danny. They didn't send a Omar. They didn't send nobody. Nobody. They sent John Molina and Felix Diaz, and that was what, 2015, 16, somewhere in there. So you don't think it's the Bob Arum disrespect? No, no. That what I've been told is they can hide behind that, which they should have hid behind that before. But Bob Arum had sued him when they had made the John Molina fight. Bob Arum was already suing him when they made the Felix Diaz fight. Him and Bob Arum had already Bob Arum had already been an integral part of Al Haymon getting kicked off HBO when Bob Arum sent Lomachenko to Showtime before PBC officially got started. They sent Lomachenko to Showtime to fight Gary Russell. They've been working together since they had Bad Blood. So that's what you got to look at. The original Cold War on HBO, when it was Al and Oscar teaming up with Richard Schaefer, it was them versus Bob Arum and everybody else like DeBella, Gary Shaw, the Rock Nation coming in, main events. Everybody else was Samson. Everybody was caught in between. They've been beefing. This ain't shit new. This ain't shit new. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. People say, "Oh, it's Bob." They work together through shit. Lomachenko came over there. The first Arizona Lara and Bonas Martirosyan fight, that was Golden Boy and Top Rank. It was Al Haymon and Top Rank making the fight. I believe Bonas Martirosyan was sent over to Golden Boy to fight Lara, let alone it was his last fight under Top Rank. I believe it wasn't a deal. But they've been beefing for years. I mean, Bob Arum, the reason Al Haymon not on HBO no more. They thought Bob Arum was the antidote. He ended up getting kicked off a few years later. They worked together since then. It might be some other fights they worked together that I missed. They worked together to put a contract together for Wilder Fury. If the blood's so bad, why can they work to make Tyson Fury and Wilder? Why can they make Gary Russell Lomachenko? Why can they make Felix Diaz and John Molina versus Terrence Crawford? If the blood's so bad, why is Lou DiBella able to hop in between? You know, he got Regis on fighting on Top Rank. He got Regis fighting on his own. He had Regis fighting on Showtime. You know what I'm saying? And he come back to Showtime and still promote fights with Premier Boxing Champions. If the blood if the hate so bad, then why is Lou DiBella able to jump around? And we know he used to run HBO. He used to do what Ken Hirschman used to do. Stephen Espinoza do on Showtime. Used to be on HBO, and what Steve Nielsen used to do. But if the hate is so real, it's basically like, hey man, Lou DiBella, you gonna get money with us, or you gonna get money with them? The hate, it ain't even that deep. I'm telling y'all what I've been told, and a lot of these other fake ass fucking niggas on YouTube know, cause I know, and I know they know. Trust me, I know they know. All these niggas is fake. I'm telling you that right now. The majority of them, I don't want to generalize them. The majority of these niggas is fake. If the word is on the street that they fear Bud Crawford that much. Not even a center fighter. They think he is a real threat. It's Bud. It's not a Bob. I don't hear it's Bob Arum. It's a Bud thing. It's a Bud thing. It's a Terrence Bud Crawford thing. And I'm telling you the truth. You know, you think you hear stuff like, yeah, you know, Bob Arum is just difficult to work with. I haven't heard an iota about that. What I heard, because all I heard is it's a Bud thing. It's Bud is legit threat. You got niggas coaches. You can take this general statement how you want to. It's only one major coach that you can take from this. You got niggas coaches saying behind the scenes that they don't think their fighter is ready for Terrence Bud Crawford. You got coaches saying that. You have Floyd Mayweather say, "Oh, we're not doing that fight right now." If Errol Spence beat your ass in sparring and that mattered, and y'all believe y'all got the best welterweight in the world, and y'all really want to get undisputed, which has never been done at the welterweight division with all four of the major belts at this time of period. It's always been 3 or 2. Donald Curry, Honey Gun, and then you had Corey Spinks and Zab Judah and stuff like that. It's a Bud thing. And a lot of you, I'm not gonna convince nobody to believe it. I'm not gonna try to turn you from an atheist into a believer. It's not my job to do so. My job is to tell you anything I heard about this fight wasn't what I expected to hear. Oh, Bob Arum on some bullshit or this and that. What I heard was Bud Crawford is the biggest problem in this. It's not Bud He wanna he want a big ass, jukebox in his locker room, or he want 160 million for the fight, or he want to be drove to the fight in one of 3 rare Ferraris with a special engine in it, or he want Errol Spence to wear 10-ounce gloves and he wear 12-ounce gloves, or he want to wear his Everlast horsehair MX gloves, and Errol don't want that. No. This ain't a $1, 2, 3, $4 million in my bank account thing. This ain't a A side, B side thing. This is a Bud thing. They fear Bud from Ruta to the Tutor. From the Tutor being Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather, CBS, Fox, to the Tutor being whoever you catch on who the coach is. You got to put one and one together. The reason he want to fight Sean Porter first is because that's his actual first real challenge. He wants to gain experience. And I ain't got to sit here and lie. And I can only tell you, and there's a lot of niggas that's sitting on YouTube that's lying to you niggas. Well, I think Earl now will beat Canelo. Really? Really? But that shows you what type of person people is. People change. I don't want to be a chameleon, nigga. I can be a chameleon. You know what? Like what Mano say like 2 years ago. He said, I know what type of nigga you is. If you in a room with killers, you want to act like you a killer. You in a room with niggas getting money, you want to act like you in a room with niggas getting money. You in a room full of snakes, you want to act like you a snake. You know what I'm saying? He said, if I'm in a room full of killers myself, I must be a killer. If I'm in a room full of niggas getting money, I must get money. I'm real. I'm gonna always be real to who I am. And what my personality is and what my thoroughness is. It's a lot of niggas on YouTube that, they don't believe the shit they be saying, man. And I know firsthand. Niggas, we need to talk it out. And what we talking about? What we talking it out about? You capping for views? I'm taking it. First thing niggas want to say, you taking it too serious. Like, too serious? Like, so you on here as an acting job. You acting. You put, we acting now? Then cool. You let me know it's ActTube. Because you acting on YouTube. If you acting and you playing a role, he just taking it too serious and shit like that and this and that. Well, hey man, you need to let me know up front. I'm just doing this, bloods it. And I respect that. I'm gonna keep that confidential. But when niggas get friction when the rubber hit the road, like nigga ain't no second chances, nigga. Once you cross me, you lost me. And I don't play no games about this shit. I'm thorough. I like to keep 100. I'm talking boxing first, not business, then boxing. But it's a lot of niggas that, hey, they're in a room full of Lomachenko fans, they gonna act like they're a Lomachenko fan. They're in a room for Errol Spence fans, they gonna feel like they're an Errol Spence fan. It's a lot of niggas that don't stand on their power and stand on they do a lot of fucking pivoting, a lot of Euro stepping, and those are the type of niggas that belong in the media room. Those are the type of niggas that belong in the media room. You feel me? Those are the type of niggas that belong, doing the interviews. Those are the niggas that y'all categorize that should like fight Hub, Ellie Setback. Those them type of niggas, but they trying to act like me. Like I'm a nigga that ain't getting in. Real talk, I'm a nigga that they won't let in. Somebody send me an application for Sean Porter, Errol Spence. I put it in, but I know I ain't getting in. Cause I already know how it's cut. Somebody already put me up on game. I ain't getting in. So like I say, as soon as we gain hope, the fight gonna happen. It's a way fine. Let's Errol Spence, and unless he say he wanted to happen. But what's all you got? I need to know. And one of these niggas that got Deontay Wilder number. What is undisputed on PBC? You got Errol Spence number. Ask him. What is PBC? Because I heard Errol Spence and J Rock going back and forth together. I heard they going back and forth talking about fighting and shit. So he talking to J Rock and you ain't even fought Sean Porter yet. You ain't fought Manny Pacquiao yet. And we get to that in a second. You ain't fought. Who else he ain't fought yet? He ain't fought Terrence Crawford, but you already talking about J-Rock. Once the nigga start looking up and starting beef with a nigga at a weight class below, you already know it's about to be the what's that game with Batman and Batman or Superman and what's the name of that fuck Injustice. He about to do the Batman smoke escape. He said Karate Body said the sad thing about these dudes probably had combos all the time. Meanwhile, his fans be at each other. That's true. That's true. Sean Porter said that shit last year. I did a video. He did an interview on Fight Hub. He said that us fighters are more closer than the fans know. The fans basically get, I'm paraphrasing, the fans get riled up and they arguing and they at each other's throats. But and I go down the hall and I knock on the door and I open the hotel room door. I think he said to say what's up to Earl or Danny. He said, they open the door, and Errol Spence and Danny Garcia sitting there having a conversation, playing spades or eating whatever, or playing dominoes, or bone, whatever you want to call it. He said, they supposed to be beefing. Earl Spence calling him out. He didn't retire for a year, but here again, they sitting here conversing in a hotel room. What Blueface say? What the fuck this nigga say? He said some crazy shit on one of those songs. He said, where's some shit where you be like, where the beef? Where the beef at? We pulled up to Five Guys and Fries, and them niggas ain't got no beef. Y'all niggas beefing in the media, but y'all sitting here, eating, sushi rolls, or sitting here playing dominoes, or eating chicken wings together. All of a sudden, you calling the nigga out, in public. Every time a camera with Danny Garcia, but truth be told, y'all conversating. Tell me how that's real. Tell me how a nigga that's real. Nigga, Earl Spence real. How you real and you fraternizing with the enemy? You breaking bread with the enemy. That's like a nigga shot your mans and shit. You nigga shot your mans and shit. He get out the hospital, whatever. You tell the nigga, come to the crib, and he get to the room, and y'all got y'all playing 2K, and the nigga that shot him sitting on the couch playing 2K. Like, nigga, what? Too bad the channels can't just tell facts, even, if it's these fighters. And it be the niggas that be telling you the shit. See, they be trying to vicariously tell the truth through you. You know what I'm saying? They be trying to vicariously tell the truth through you. Hey, man, I heard, blase, blah, blase, this. Because they scared to tell it themselves. That shit crazy. They scared of what another nigga think. They scared of, these niggas might this. I don't give a fuck. Y'all see me, nigga. Give a fuck. Oh, we don't fuck with that nigga no more. Hey, cool. Cool, you got it. Because can't nobody get you hot like you. Crawford, the Grim Reaper of the division. I ain't want to believe that shit, but crazy. Kofi. Dr. Sir, why should one promoter promote a fighter more than his own promoter does, though? What does it matter? Because obviously, when people say that shit and they referring to Lomachenko and Crawford, what about Keith Thurman and Errol Spence? Why did Keith Thurman and Adrian Broner deserve the Manny Pacquiao fight over Errol Spence? Huh? Because wasn't it Errol Spence? And niggas be giving you the rope to hang theyself. He even jumped on the fucking chair and put the rope right around his neck. All you gotta do is kick the chair under his legs. He did it to himself because he sit here and say this. See, your average fan, they forget quick. And I forget quick too sometimes. Your average fan forget quick. He said, why wouldn't Bob Arum give Manny Pacquiao to his top fighter, Terrence Crawford? Ain't Terrence Crawford his top fighter? Right? Didn't he say that? If that's your top fighter, why didn't he give you Manny Pacquiao? Right? He said that, right? If you PBC, if you the face of PBC, you one of their most popular fighter, you their top guy. Why didn't Al Heyman give Manny Pacquiao to fight to you? Why did you end up with Candy Corn, Mikey Garcia? Why you end up with Tootsie Roll? Not even the blue or the green Tootsie. I mean the green or the blue. I mean the green, the blue or the pink Tootsie Roll. You ended up with the regular Tootsie Roll flavor. See how when you say some shit out on this social media that we always can go back with YouTube and boxing scene and all these other stuff. We can always go back and play that sound clip again. We can always go back and say, well, you said this. So why didn't Al Heyman give you Manny Pacquiao? The same reason Pacquiao didn't fight Terrence Crawford. Because all Pacquiao and the truth be told, and I want to say this, but I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it now because I'm gonna get to this part because I'm gonna forget. But all Pacquiao wanted was $20 million to fight Terrence Crawford. Bob Arum couldn't come up with $20 million. All Pacquiao wanted was $20 million. So he got $20 million to fight Broner. He got $20 million to fight Thurman. If all he wanted was $20 million to fight Terrence Crawford, which we equally think he fear you like Crawford or don't want to fight you like Crawford, can't Al Heyman come up with $25, $30 million for Pacquiao to fight Errol Spence? Because it wasn't meant for Pacquiao to fight Errol Spence. Pacquiao fought Keith Thurman because it wasn't no drug testing majority of the fight. He was coming off a 22-month layoff. You look bad versus Lopez. Hey, I could beat Keith Thurman. That's good enough to make Mayweather fight me. So, that's just what it is. See, a lot of people say what they want to say. Do you think Bob dropped the big bag onto Earl with no BS behind? You think Earl? All I know is 45-45, 10% take it. 45-45, the winner get 10%. They chose to fight Sean Porter. And they was going to do it. I don't know if that was a joint pay-per-view or whatever it was. I heard Leonard Ellaby say that it's not big enough for a joint pay-per-view, which I could agree. That's all I know is 45-45, 10%. Crawford got a network deal. Errol Spence don't got a network deal. RBO belt is the most prestigious belt. Face to facts. Left, I was messing around. Solid Child said, I got back from the Ellie interview with Ellaby and Derrick James saying it's 5 or 6 guys that they can fight before Bud. They don't want to fight. We know. Derrick James, he said it on the Boxing Voice. Oh, there's so many guys on PBC. Let me at them. Why we have to go over there? Why we have to go over there to fight Terence Crawford? Why we go out? He incriminated himself then. I knew they didn't want to fight. When I seen that interview, it was at the Charlo Twins press conference in December. Yeah, that was the fight. It was somewhere before that. I believe it was that interview. And fuck. Shit. Man. I'll have to cut this shit short in a minute. Fucking this shit crazy, but let me get through this shit real quick. It was the Charlo Spence interview, right? It was a Charlo press conference that's supposed to be kicking off PBC Fox, right? And he incriminated himself. And like I said before, if you put the tea leaves together, like I said behind closed, like I just said before, if you put the tea leaves together, I told you it was somebody trainer said they didn't feel like their fighter was seasoned enough or ready for the fight. And he did an interview after that saying what I just said he said. So I'm just keeping it real. Like, the nigga got a whole interview out there saying that, oh, we can fight this many fighters. And when Bomac be going at his neck, he he need to get in shape. And I told y'all they didn't want that fight. Why they should promote him more than they do. Why should they promote him more than they do? I don't know what you talking about, bro. You on some bullshit. Why they don't promote? Why did Keith Thurman get the fight with Manny Pacquiao? And I told a certain dude that they still can't beat Canelo, and he kicked me off. He can't beat Canelo right now. And if he fight Canelo going to 172, right? Versus Kovalev, I hear. You think Canelo come back down to 160? I don't. He might. Bob Aiden Al doesn't exist. He said he said he was just joking. When Earl, he said Earl said I met Al before. I'm like, damn, like the nigga that got you the deal on the network, I assumed that you met him. James DeGale met him. I assumed that you met Al Heyman, but I don't think everybody meet Al because Baturbia was working with Al Heyman, and Baturbia did never meet Al Heyman. He said he never spoke to him. Quan salute. They got a plan for Spence, and they will fight Bud last. No, they don't. They're not gonna fight Bud. I don't believe so. I really the nigga he already talking about I can't make the weight. He said I'll make the weight for the end of the year. Like I said before, we'll see. Errol Spence Jr. reluctant to fight Crawford is real. When Jeff Horn was champion, all the PBCs were willing to fight him pussies. Well, I ain't even telling the truth. Injustice was named. That's true. Look at Thurman and AB, but they gambling together. That's crazy. But don't forget, Tommy Hearns was gambling before the Hagler fight. A lot of motherfuckers forget that. But it's a threat, so why not fight my hardest fight last? Why? I mean, why is you wasting your time with Sean Porter? Why? Why is you fighting Sean Porter then? If you can fight Bud and get the respect of the division, because after you fight Bud, if that's a big fight and you beat him and they do good numbers, you a pull. You see what I'm saying? If you fight Bud, you seen as an all-time great. That's a better win than Pacquiao or Mayweather got at the welterweight division. You beat Bud, you can go up to junior middleweight. That can open the gateway for a Canelo fight if you really want it. Why you wasting us with Sean? Why you wasting time with Sean Porter? Because you wasn't in the Nevada 365 program to begin with. Then you could have went for the WBC belt, but you went for the IBF. You know what I'm saying? Madonna still, I heard he wasn't, but I heard it wasn't ruled out. I don't mean fear. It's just the plan, bro. It's fuck a plan. Why am I fighting Sean Porter? I'm not gonna get Pacquiao because Mayweather probably gonna fight Pacquiao. Pacquiao not gonna fight me. I'm not gonna get Pacquiao, right? Keith Thurman lost. Then he said I'm willing to fight Danny Garcia for what? He don't bring nothing to the table. For what? I mean, real talk. Oh, you beat Pacquiao. He was 80. You beat old Pacquiao. Sean Porter. Keith Thurman beat him 3 years ago. You beat Terrence Bud Crawford. That's iconic. That's life changing. That's like that puts you in a Hall of Fame, especially if you beat a guy like that. That's the pound. A lot of people consider pound for pound number one fighter in the world. That's a unification bout, just like Sean Porter. That's the harder shit to do. Once you beat him, the Sean Porter fight, it jumps in value. If Sean Porter getting a 60-40 split, you just beat Bud, and let's say y'all do 700 pay-per-view or 600,000 pay-per-views. Sean Porter taking the 70-30 split. Now you the A side wherever you go. Even at 54, you the money man. He said, cool man said, yeah, the fans get amped up fighting with each other the whole time. The boxers have a plan to do. Yeah, true. Did you see the IFL? No, I didn't see. I'm gonna check it out. Sean Christian salute. Deshaun, who has unified in all weights except lightweight. Who has unified in all? Unified just all together, just unified a belt. 122. Dahani unified 2 belts. Donaire and Inouye about to unify. Maurice Hooker, Jose Ramirez unifying. I'm just going through my random mind. Regis Progress, Josh Taylor about to unify. So that's 2 in that division. Keith Thurman just unified a couple years ago. So that's 1 in the welterweight division. J-Rock unified. You know, it was 1 fight, but he did unify. Canelo unified a couple years ago, last year. And Andy Ruiz unified. So it's quite a few. It ain't as many as it should be, but it's quite a few. I'm so glad someone finally said Spence don't want. He don't want the fight. They don't. Spence could say he want the fight, but do he really want the fight? But his team though, Mu Ying salute. His team really don't want the fight. I'm telling you that. I'm not speaking for him. I'm not saying that I heard Errol Spence don't want the fight, but I heard the guy that hold the mitts. I heard him personally say it out his mouth. We got so many fighters at PBC. Why we got to fight Terrence Crawford? They already let me know. I heard behind the scenes he said he didn't feel like his boy was ready. He needed more season or whatever was said. Floyd Mayweather came out and said, we're not doing a fight. I'm the boss at PBC. I signed the checks. You know, or whatever he said. So this is shit you can see. Your boy said, I'm going to get the easy belt for. Who the fuck said that? What fighter? You see Mike Tyson say, I'll get the easy belt first. I'll get the easy belt first. You heard Muhammad Ali? I'm going to get the easy belt first. Floyd Patterson, I'll get the easy belt first. Jack Johnson, easy belt. Joe Louis, get the easy belt first. Let me get the easy title defenses. He got the most title defenses by heavyweight champion ever. Still hasn't been broken. Marvin Hagler, I'll get the easy title defense first. No. What other fighter you see saying, I'll get the easy route first? They might say it in their head. They might say it behind closed doors. But who offer free information like that? Not too many guys. Just a different era. That's Floyd Mayweather written all over it. That's Floyd. That's Floyd Mayweather written all over it, bro. That's Floyd Mayweather written all over it. That's some Mayweather shit. Mayweather may not come out and say it. I'm smart, you know. I make the right business deal. All these niggas think they Mayweather. Motherfucker got if they got 1 or 2 million in their bank account, or if they worth 5 or 10 million, they think they Mayweather. That's like a nigga in your hood finally touching the a kilo, or touching a pound of weed, or getting a half pound. Not a nigga think he Pablo. She thinks she Griseldo Blanco. He think he Big Meech. That's the same equivalent. Motherfucker get an ounce and think they Big Meech. Nigga get a pound and think they Big Meech. Real talk. It's the same shit. He didn't say that. He said the easy route in making the. No, that nigga say. That nigga said, why shouldn't I get the easy belt first? Sean Porter, easy fight. Don't try to sit here and try to change the meaning of what he say. He said that's the easy fight. That's what I heard. I'll get the easy belt first. Only reason I'm fighting Sean is because he got a belt. It's easy. He can't sound a family diner. I'll get the easy belt first. He said, Manny Pacquiao, I'll fight Pacquiao. I'll fight Sean. Sean Porter can step aside. Well, if you can fight Pacquiao, I can't fight Terrence next. You can rationalize, whatever make you sleep better at night. I'm not here to change your mind. Whatever make you sleep better at night. It's in my email, always in the description, bro. He said it himself. It's easy belt. You know, easy part of making the fight. He said the easy belt. He said the easy fight. I ain't say the shit. You can rationalize all you want to. Well, no, easy route of making the fight. I want no fucking easy route of making the fight. The motherfucker said the easy fight. The easy belt. He told Crawford to his fight, I want the easy belt. I'm like, damn, this nigga, I got the motherfucking on the Instagram. And he said it more than once. He said it more than once. He came on that nigga show and said it. Nigga said it. Sean Porter an easy fight. He said it. I didn't say it. 704 Joe, salute. He said Sean Porter easy fight. How you gonna change that? He going to 50 so won't say Spence, but I believe he will take the fight either way. I heard Bob Arum say his limit 47. And we all know Bob Arum like to say fighters like Pacquiao. Bob Arum, what happened with that Pacquiao shit? Before the kids come over, what happened with that Pacquiao shit is this, man. Bob Arum didn't have the money for Pacquiao and Crawford. That's what it boiled down to. Bob Arum didn't have the money. So when Bob Arum said, well, I was looking out for Manny Pacquiao health. Bob Arum didn't have the money. He wanted $20 million to fight Terrence Crawford. Guess how much Adrian Broner got for fighting? How much he got for fighting Adrian Broner, man? He got $20 million. Guess how much he got fighting for Keith Thurman? $20 million. Bob Arum just didn't have the money. He's not willing to spend the money. Bob Arum got the money. Bob Arum is a stingy old man. But that's how you become a billionaire. That's how you become a billionaire. Or that's become a millionaire. Multi-millionaire. Being stingy. Being cheap. That's why he said I was protected. He didn't have the money. He still got to pay Crawford something. Crawford going to want at least half. 10. All that money they sitting on Wall, all the money he paid Tyson Fury, he could have paid that to make Pacquiao and Crawford happen. But he didn't. Al Heyman said, shit, who really got more money? Al got to have more money. Or more resources. That's what happened. Did you hear about the Thurman going to fight? Yeah, I heard about that. I did a video earlier. It didn't even matter to me. Keith Thurman did that shit to himself. Keith Thurman did that shit to himself. Don't fucking matter. Keith Thurman wanted that fight, so he wanted the payday so bad. I wish he kept that same fucking energy about fighting Errol Spence and Bud. Don't get it confused. The PED thing and the allegations, the Mustang, he was a Ferrari with different type of guy, whatever Teddy Atlas said. I don't give a shit about that. Because guess what? He signed the contract. He signed his soul away. He sold his oil away. He sold his belt away. He sold his integrity away for some money. He sold his integrity away. He didn't have no integrity. But I'm out of here, man. The kids here, man. I didn't know they was coming, man. Miles should be happy. But I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gone.